Magic.
Hi, I wasn't sure when we were live, so.
Yeah, we're absolutely 100% live right now.
Okay, hi guys.
Yeah, how's life treating you? Okay.
I don't know. Well, right now I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what the heck's going on.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to fill you guys in. This is a little bonus stream for some of our friends and allies out there in the working world. See, I stumbled upon something when I'm like, I want some lunch / dinner, but I don't. What should I get? And our locality doesn't have access to a lot of different restaurants, I guess you could say. So I'm like, what are our options? What indeed are our options? And one of them happens to be Pizza Hut. Now, Miss Magic is a very, very finicky eater.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey guys, I just realized I didn't have my mic on.
Okay, all right.
It's fine. I wasn't talking too much, so.
Let's see. I do believe I have my microphone on, but you were talking anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Regardless. Now, I am aware that everything in this meal is something that I believe Miss Magic wouldn't normally eat. So I'm not springing something on her that is significantly against her diet. For example, she is gluten intolerant, but she is aware that there is a bit of gluten in here, as it is in the pizza that we would normally get from pizza. So I'm not like poisoning her, contravening her morals, or anything else like that. I'm not dropping something like that. However, she is a little unsure as to exactly.
He hasn't told me anything. And okay, to be perfectly honest, guys, the only pizza I've ever really eaten is cheese pizza.
Now, she is aware, to be again, in all fairness to yours truly, she is aware there is a sausage on this pizza. She's looking at this slice right here, and she's in no way being coerced. I'm like, you have to do this. Nothing like that. But she was hungry, and I was hungry, and I'm like, this would be an interesting thing to examine, just to see, I guess you could say, a truly honest taste test of this pizza. So we are going to consume this pizza, and then we are going to tell you well, Miss Magic is going to tell you what she thinks of it. Now, I am someone who has eaten a lot of sausage pizza. Miss Magic, on the other hand, is not. But let's have at it. Enjoy. Bon appetit. That's interesting. Miss Magic, you're making faces.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Interesting.
I don't like the texture.
You don't like the texture?
It tastes fine. I don't like the texture.
Huh.
So what is it?
Have a little bit more. Here's the thing. I mean, unless you generally do not want any. But it's something that, now, I would like to also stress that in no way, shape, or form is this video sponsored. This is literally just, I saw this on the menu and figured, what the hell, let's see what happens. So
what are these?
If you were to rate this pizza, say 1 out of 10 with a sausage, and again, it's not quite fair because you've never had sausage pizza before, what would you rate it? Like if somebody's like, hey, I'm going to get this exact same pizza again?
4.5.
4.5, so not really thrilled.
Not
but
particularly,
it's not
but
the worst pizza in the world either.
yeah.
All right.
I think it's just the texture that got to me.
Okay.
Like I said,
When you say texture, like, do you mean like
the texture of the sausage specifically.
Okay, does it feel a little too crunchy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I normally have very soft pizzas and stuff like that. Like it's just cheese.
Now, in fairness to Pizza Hut, it took me a moment to actually get the video started and all that stuff. But what makes this interesting is that I'm not certain that that is sausage at all.
What? What did you just make me eat?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I was curious, because it's not something you would. It's plant-based sausage.
Huh.
Exactly. It's Beyond Meat. Pizza Hut partners with Beyond Meat to become first national pizza company to offer plant-based meat pizza coast to coast.
I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just the texture was my favorite.
And again, in my estimation, that may be something, because we had it just sitting out there for a while I was bringing the video up. Your mileage may vary if you do try it.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
dude, try it if you want. Like, it's interesting. I'm a
Here's what
picky
I'd
eater.
say.
What?
No,
Your
Me-
opinion,
yeah, in my opinion,
as someone who has had sausage meat
Yes.
pizza before and isn't picky.
it has definitely has a different taste and a bit of a different texture, but I wouldn't call it bad.
That's
No.
that's the thing. I was like, that's why I didn't want to say like over 5 because I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to say too low because it wasn't bad.
Now, for me,
You guys would have known if it was bad.
For me, the reason I'm kind of excited about this is because, well, I am not in any such stretch of the imagination a vegetarian. I never have been. I do understand the ethical qualms of people who are vegetarians, and they make a good point. So when I see something like this, where it is sausage that does not require, I don't know, death of a animal, I can see why there would be. Oh, and hello, Blurry Not Found. How you doing? Long time no see.
So what happened?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
I was genuinely curious to see how it would work out.
Yeah.
Because if they had enough confidence to go nationwide with it, the least I could do is just try the damn thing and see what I thought. So, in my estimation, as somebody who has been a lifelong carnivore who, like, almost on the nightly gets literally meat lovers pizzas, she can attest to this.
I can attest to that.
7-Eleven meat lovers pizzas.
Yeah.
which again,
That is
she-
true. This is Pizza Hut versus your 7-Eleven stuff.
Yeah, versus my gas station pizza.
But yeah, me personally, I've never really had like anything other than cheese pizza. Like that's not even an exaggeration. Ms. Magic's not had anything other than cheese pizza.
Well, the doctor has. And in all seriousness, if someone offered me this slice of pizza and said it has Beyond Meat, which is just gross as an. Beyond Meat sounds gross. It really does. But if somebody offered this slice of pizza and said, hey, it's got this plant matter on it, I would initially be like, oh.
Yeah.
I would be dissuaded from consuming it because I've always had bad experiences with that bullshit in the past. However, that is not the circumstance today. Again, it does not taste exactly like their sausage does, but I've always hated their sausage anyway.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so as someone who is gluten intolerant,
Mm-hmm.
I've had to try multiple different types of gluten-free foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing with it. It's like sometimes I'm just really hesitant to actually try gluten-free food because I'm like, it could just taste terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There's some brands of gluten-free food that I would tell you are disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, I've just consumed a sausage-free sausage pizza.
Oh, you ate all of it?
I'm about halfway through, and I'm still chewing at it. That's the thing. If I didn't like it, I'd just throw the damn thing away. Instead, I'm going to keep eating it. It's going to be ongoing meals for me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So that means you do like it.
I like it enough to keep eating it. Do I like it enough to, how do I put this? If I am weighing it, be like, hey, I have an option to, hello, BBJ, thank you for joining up.
How you doing?
Yeah, if I have the option to put this on there, probably I would camouflage it. And what I mean by that is, it's a sausage enough flavor that if you had a wide variety of flavors along with it,
You wouldn't notice.
yes, it'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the vegetarian pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is legit. For all intents and purposes, I mean, maybe they have like
Well-
animal oil in there. I don't know.
Well, that would be vegan. Vegetarians don't eat meat.
Okay,
Vegans
I
don't
don't
eat
know.
anything from
None
that.
of it makes any sense to me.
Because this is not vegan because it has cheese on it.
Regardless, from what I understand, this is actually made out of peas. I think. I think. Let's see, Italian sausage. Because
Well, it's very interesting to me because obviously most of the food I have to eat, like bread-wise, is made out of. Well, I have some corn noodles that I'll eat. So corn, rice, stuff like that.
so let's see, it contains protein from peas. I know that much about it. But outside of that, it describes itself as a plant-based meat product. And it's like, okay, all right. Is it BBJ?
Yeah, he said hey, so I was saying hi.
Hey!
Because you were saying hey, but then he had an ad, and then you wanted to say hey
Gotcha.
again.
Oh, hold on, Ed. All right, I gotcha. Yeah, so I just wanted to give this an opportunity because if they're willing to take the risk to do that, the least I can do is say, hey, this is a product that may not be terrible. And so I did. And that, I believe, the product in question is Pizza Hut's. Okay, they released a new. You want to show them? You do I need to get you a new slice? All right, so what it is that that sausage on there, not sausage.
It's a plant-based sausage.
Yes.
He did not tell me what I was eating before I ate it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Now, neither of us. She's really only a cheese pizza kind of person. I'm a meat lovers kind of person.
I don't
so
eat
I'm
pizza all that often.
Yeah,
'cause I
that is true.
can't.
Like when we play D&D, you'll eat pizza now and again, but not rarely. Typically, I have to get her breadsticks.
True.
Anyway, which is a pain in the ass in and of itself, but I'm moving on. So I'm like, this would be a pretty ideal situation to really test this food to see what we thought.
Yeah.
So again, I was like, me being very carnivorous in my eating habits and her being pretty virginal in hers, like, let's see what our contrasting views were. And then I told her, it's like, hey, this is a sausage that is based on, like I mentioned before.
Peas?
Yeah, peas. Peas. So,
Yeah, like I said, it's not bad. I'm not the biggest fan of the texture, so like you were saying, if you disguised it with some other stuff, it would probably be better.
I
But
think, like she was saying, like, she's never been a big fan of that stuff. Now, if I was to judge it just as a pizza, I would probably put it in the 6, maybe 7 category. But if it was on a meat lover's pizza, I'm thinking it'd be pretty much just like any other pizza I'd ever eaten from
Yeah.
them. Like, in mind you, I'm gonna do a 6 out of 7 for like Pizza Hut. Yeah.
I give it like a 4.5 because I'm not the biggest fan of the texture, but that might be mean just not liking the texture of sausage. Because I've had that as well. I'm not the biggest fan of sausage.
So it's my belief that if you like Pizza Hut pizza in general, and you want to see if it's something you're willing to adopt, because I'm a big fan of people having the freedom,
To try it.
yes, well, to try it and choose their own food,
Opinion,
what they
yeah.
like to eat. So if it's something you want to try, I would recommend try it just to see if it's something you are cool with. Because like they say, they do bring up some social issue points that are fair, because like nothing had to die to make my sausage. Now, typically that's not a huge concern for me, but
It's a
between
concern
the
for
two-
some people.
Uh-huh. And between the two,
Oh,
Well-
nice. Well, this is I mean, it's not vegan because it's got cheese, obviously. But yeah.
where are you at, Phil?
Also, nice to meet you. I'm Miss Magic.
Yes, I'm Dr. Dungeon. Denmark.
Denmark.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, we're Americans, so we have easy
Okay.
access to pizza
Mm-hmm.
and all that jazz.
Regardless, if in the event that, something that might be important is that it's not so much the Pizza Hut per se that we're talking about.
She could tell.
but-
What about us was American?
yeah, but it's the brand Beyond Meat, which is what the sausage actually is.
Yeah.
So
I was accents. Yeah, that makes sense.
So anyway, if Beyond Meat can make a meat product that is reasonably acceptable on Pizza Hut, which is a name brand, at least here, market, then it is conceivable that with future places, for example, things you may be more familiar with, other American exports like, say, McDonald's, if they can create burgers that follow that same train and do just as well, or reasonably close to it.
Yeah, and
then-
it could be an interesting thing.
I've been curious about the whole Beyond Meat phenomenon for a while now, so.
They have vegetarian burgers?
They have vegetarian, but there's something different, I believe, about Beyond Meat. There's something different about how they grow their meat and how,
How they grow their meat. That
Well,
sounds
no,
so weird.
It does. It sounds very weird because a big part of the whole Beyond Meat thing is their goal is to grow what would otherwise be considered animal product without the animal. Which, let me explain that in a way that sounds less horror story, even though it's totally horror story. So you have Beyond Meat, and they imagine you could grow a steak in a lab. All right, so you grow a steak in the lab without the addition of the cattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you grow the steak in the lab that's not cattle, so you can have the steak without killing the cattle or any of the emissions that the cattle comes with. And suddenly you have a justification for engaging in the product.
Yeah.
So that's the interesting thing for me about Beyond Meat. It's a high quality animal substitution that I believe their goal is to have animal protein
Yeah,
without
because that's
it
one of the
being-
problems for vegetarians and stuff is that very few things can actually have protein in it that they can eat. So that's one of the things is meat's what you want for protein and everything. However, I think there's like 1 or 2 peas that or beans that have protein in them. So that's probably what they used for that then.
Yeah. So the cells themselves are, I believe, their goal. Again, I read this, I believe, a long time ago. Their goal was to have animal proteins, just have them not be involved in the actual animal. So
Well, yeah, they have proteins in them, but it's there's a couple specific peas that have the proteins similar to what we need that we get from meats. I believe.
yeah, we think. Again,
I don't know.
we're
This
not
is something
food
I remember
scientists.
from health class like 5 years ago.
And in all fairness,
Don't
I
ask.
sprung this on her just completely out of the blue one day.
You do not understand how much he sprung this on me. He's like, you're not allowed to look at a pizza, even though you're picking it up. You can't look at it. You can't open it or anything. And I get there and I get a Pizza Hut pizza box that doesn't even look like a normal pizza box.
Yeah, because it's green on the outside.
It's green on the outside because it's a plant thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I come over here and I'm just staring at this meat and I'm like, what is this? And I'm staring at my pizza like, and he's slaking it up and I'm like, what on earth are you about to trick me into eating?
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to do that real quick, and just a quick little stream for the people who follow us. So we will talk to you crazy kids later, and
Yeah.
thank you for dropping by, Phil and Blurry and BBJ.
Yeah, thanks,
For
guys.
those of you who are not following, I hope you do, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a good day.
Doodles.